Hello, this is Ujjwal Gandhi from spatialthoughts.com. In this video, I want to explain to you about the concept of weighted versus unweighted reducers in Google Earth Engine. And I want to start with a question. Let's say we have an image, a 4 pixel by 4 pixel image with all the pixel values being 1. And I want you to tell me what is the sum of pixel values within the red polygon. Well, this is a tricky question, and the answer really depends on what software are you using to make the computation. If you take this in a desktop GIS software such as QGIS or ArcGIS, or a Python package like rasterstats, you might get an answer as 9. Most software systems do not have this notion of representing partial pixels. As long as the centroid of the pixel is within the region, they are counted as the full pixels. If you ran the same computation in Google Earth Engine, you might get an answer like 5.95, because Google Earth Engine by default runs the computation in a weighted reducer mode, which accounts for the partial pixels. Well, the good news is that Google Earth Engine can do the computation of both types. So let's learn how to run this computation in a weighted versus unweighted mode. So here we are in the Google Earth Engine code editor. I have loaded an image which I generated using a Python script, which is exactly 4 pixel by 4 pixel, with each pixel value being 1. And the size of each pixel is 1 kilometer by 1 kilometer. And this is just a test image so that we can actually see the result with different modes of computation. To get the sum of pixels in a region, we can use the reduce region function in Earth Engine. Let's run this on the image variable. We can use the control space to autocomplete and also control space to autofill the parameters. We need to give us reducer. Let's use the reducer reducer sum. The geometry is geometry, which is the red polygon. The scale is the size of the pixels, which is 1 kilometer. Okay. Let's print the results. The reducer will run for each band of the image. This image has only one band called B1. So you'll get a dictionary with the key being the band name and the value, which is the sum of all the pixels in that band. And you can see the answer is 5.95. Just to get it directly, we can use this function get number and get the key B1, which will just directly print the value of the sum directly. Okay, so this is the answer, which is might be surprising to some people who are used to doing this on a desktop environment where you do not account for partial pixels, but Earth Engine, the default mode of a reducer is in the weighted mode. Well, this is the correct way to run the computation for many applications. You want to run the computation by accounting for the partial pixels within the region. But let's say you are trying to replicate an analysis that you did in another software, which doesn't provide this functionality, and you want to match your results with those. And maybe some applications may require that you account for the whole pixels. So in that case, you can run the same computation using an unweighted reducer. So many reducers, you can call this function .unweighted, and it'll run the same computation in the unweighted mode. So let's just run this. So we are doing the computation twice. The first one is running in a weighted mode, which is the default. And the second one, we are using the unweighted reducer. And you can see the difference in the results. So you can see in the unweighted mode, since the centroid of all the pixels are within the region, it accounts for that pixel as a whole, and it considers the full value of the pixel to be within the region. So you get the sum as being 9. So quick recap, most computations in Earth Engine uses weighted reducers as default. When you run a computation using a reducer such as reducer sum or mean, they are using the weighted mode for calculations. There are some reducers which are unweighted, such as reducer count, which will account for the full pixel if the centroid of the pixel is within the region. If you want to run the computation using other reducers in an unweighted mode, you can call .unweighted on those reducers, and they will be run in an unweighted mode. Hope you liked the video and learned something new. If you like these short form videos with quick tips like this, do let me know in the comments so I can make more of this. Thank you.